Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Salute to the men out here teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times, to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike it to a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom, to the remnant, men, women, children. Shalom, right? Men, women, and children of Israel. Shalom. So, once again, I'm out here to bring out the truth of the scriptures, to bring out the truth of the scriptures to you so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, and sometimes you're going to bring out the truth of the scriptures to the other nations, particularly the rulership of this kingdom. Because Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So in this kingdom here, it's not ran in righteousness. It's set up to hurt the people, and so forth and so forth. So I was watching a video last night. I was watching something online, and the dude brought out paperwork showing that the government of LA, the government of LA is giving $42 million a year to the Crips and Bloods in LA. They calling it gang intervention and all of this. So when a gang member gets shot, they'll call up another gang member and give him money, and he go down there and protect the family and make sure a funeral don't get shot up, and there's no retaliation and all of this and this. So they pretty much paying the gang members to do shit that the cops supposed to stop them from doing. This is what's going on in LA. $42 million a year of the government money is going to the gang bangers out there in California. You can't get this up. The same ones that then turn around and tell a motherfucker, you gotta tap in, you gotta check in. If you out there minding your business, eating like what's the rapper P&B Rock, you get shot up in the restaurant. You in a restaurant with your woman and your kid, and they come in there and shoot you in broad daylight and rob you in a damn restaurant. But the government of California is paying these people money. You see everybody online crying about food stamps. I seen a chick, nine kids, three 9 kids with triplets on the way. They done cut off her food stamps, so she crying. Proverbs, I know it's right there. We're gonna start right here. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And so I was thinking about how I was going to name the title of this the camp today. What was going to be the title of it? Are you happy here? Are you comfortable here? You know what I'm saying? The Section 8 or whatever. The Section 8, they about to put a limit on the Section 8. You know what I mean? Because I know people that been on Section 8 20 years, man. They got houses and all of this stuff on Section 8. Good jobs, too. One particular woman I know live in New York, she on Section 8, worked for the MTA or Transit or some shit like that, make money, drive a BMW or a Benz or some shit like that, and got Section 8. This is the shit that's going on here. The people that work hard here in this society, they suffer. The hard-working people of this society suffer. Meanwhile, gangbangers out there in California is getting money. Scammers is getting money from the government. People that come here, even the Indian heads that come here. You come here on one Indian H-1B visa. You come here on one H-1B visa. You could have 15, you could bring over 15 family members. That's why when I go to the store now, even in this little town where I'm at in Garner, you could go to the store that's right up the street now. Just 3 years ago, I would see no Indian. Now it's a fucking more Indians in there than white people. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? But let's get in it. Trusting in Egypt. Let's go. Trusting in Egypt. That was another one of the lesson. So we know in Revelation 11, let's get that. Revelation 11 and 8. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually. It's not, so that means dude was saying yesterday, America not Egypt in the Bible. Yeah, it's not saying it's Egypt. You gotta have the spirit to understand the scripture. If you don't have the spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Wadash, you don't have the Holy Spirit, you're not gonna understand the scriptures. Because the scriptures ain't going to say everything. America is not going to be in the Bible because America, by name, wasn't around when the Bible was written. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Yeah, the true image of our Lord and Savior, his name, his appearance, his people. All of this is thrown in the trash can here in America. But back to the point of that scripture, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, right? Nothing but oppression. Nothing but oppression. Egypt is synonymous with bondage, and Sodom is synonymous with what? With perversion, sexual perversion. That's what's going on here. Let's go Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? And the Lord shall bring thee again into Egypt again with ships. And the Lord shall, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So if you already over there, walking distance or whatever, why would you need ships to go back to where you came out of? Moses led you out in a march. And you wandered around the desert 40 years. It wasn't like it was a 40-year travel. You wandered around in the desert out there. So why would you need to go back to Egypt again by ships when you could just travel back like you traveled out the first time? Because it's talking about here. And their dead bodies shall lie in a great city that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And we are here. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto you. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Yeah, we were sold into the hands of our biggest enemy, Esau, Edom. Esau hated Jacob in his heart. Said when his father passed, I'ma kill my brother. Our biggest enemy to this day. They still at it. They still at it to this day. Exodus. Let's stay on this Egypt. Exodus 20 and 2. Exodus chapter 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So spiritually, Sodom and Egypt, so in the spiritual part of Egypt, Egypt would be synonymous with bondage. America is synonymous with bondage. They'll try to downplay slavery and say, oh, they making Even they trying to change it up now and make it worded where the blacks here in America wasn't the only ones that endured slavery. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Bible even talks about slavery, but it was a way that slavery was supposed to be done. After on the seventh year, you were supposed to be released from slavery. You know what I mean? And you were supposed to be given a certain amount of wealth and sent about your business, unless you chose to stay with your owner. That never happened here. The slavery that the Edomites, that the Edomites, so-called Edomites, done to the so-called blacks, the so-called African Americans here in the United States, unlike any slavery that was ever put on anybody. So to try to compare the slavery that was done here to any slavery that was done at any other time, it ain't even close, man. The shit they was doing for hundreds of years, they was doing, man. The breeding farms, the sexual crimes, the sexual deviancies, the homosexuality acts against young boys, the shit that was done to young girls. This is the shit. And you can't compare it, but they'll try to downplay it. Back to that Egypt though. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm doing this so we could get somewhere. We starting off with this Egypt because you trusting in Egypt, and that's gonna be your downfall. Isaiah chapter 32 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt, that great city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Egypt is synonymous with bondage. I will send you back to Egypt by the way of ships, right? Woe to them, Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not to the Holy One, not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will rise up against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. And then you got to look at it. The so-called black woman teamed up with the evildoers of this society against going back to Deuteronomy. The eye of the wife shall be evil against the husband. They teamed up with this government, with this society, with the Section 8, with the food stamps, and with the highest demographic with education and all that. They just laid off 300,000 people. Since Trump came into office, they done laid off 300,000 people. And a lot of them was so-called, was the black one. The unemployment rate now is higher in the black community than it was when COVID was around. It's just now back higher. No COVID, no lockdowns, and none of that. It's back higher now than when COVID was out. Why? Because the so-called black woman, when the black man was getting fired and all that, you was lazy, you was a bum, you was this, you was that. The white man is the best boss to have, and this and this and that. They sided with Egypt. They sided with the rulership of this kingdom. They sided with the laws and the things like that was set up. Even if you go all the way back to the 1970s, they had a rule. I forget what the rule was called, but they had a rule where the man could not be in the house if you wanted food stamps and Section 8 and public assistance from this society. It was an actual rule. You could look it up. Where if you want these food stamps, this Section 8, this little bit of money that you get every month from the welfare department, from the food stamp office, you can't have a man in the house. It was an actual law set. And the so-called black woman swallowed that up with feminism, and now all of that is coming back on them now. Just like what a dope dealer do. In the beginning, the dope dealer give it out to you for free and get you hooked, and then they make you come back, and then you gotta pay and this and this and that. So in the beginning, it was a lot easier to get it. Then after it was easy, very easy in the beginning to get it done and to go down there and get all these hundreds and thousands of dollars in food stamps. It was very easy. Then they put a little bit more rules in. Then they put a lot more rules in. Then they made it difficult. Now they making it where you ain't even gonna get that help. The mother of nine, she was bragging and showing off all of her the food she was able to buy, which usually it ain't even really food. They buying frozen waffles, they buying TV dinners, snacks, and all this. They not cooking really no real food. But anyway, she's showing off all of the food she was able to get with the food stamps, and then the next thing she's showing, oh, they cut my food stamps off. It's all type of videos on TikTok right now. Women crying about their food stamps being either cut down, low, or cut off, period. Why? Because you was trusted in this society. You sided with this society against your men. Matter of fact, let's get on to that for a little bit. We come back to Egypt. It's in Isaiah, right? I'm right here too. Isaiah, let's go. Let's go 30. Isaiah 32 and 2. Isaiah 32 and 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Yeah. So going back to it, our women don't need no men. They don't need that covering that the scriptures talk about. You go, and not just any man, a true man of the Lord. Even if he not out here teaching the scriptures or whatever, a true man of the Lord that understand the scriptures, understand that he an Israelite, his household is an Israelite household, and the reason that we in this position is because we went against the grain. That's the type of man that the scriptures is talking about. It's not just talking about no any old man. And a high value man according to the scriptures is a man that understands the scriptures. Not a six figure, not a 6 feet tall, a six pack making six figures. That don't mean shit to the Lord. But that's what our women would say is the pinnacle or the epitome of a high value man. That right there. 6 feet tall, a six pack making six figures. That's what they would say. Let's go down. Let's go down to 7. Isaiah 32 and 7. The instruments also of the cherub are evil. He deviseth wicked devices. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right, but the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, here go the point. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come, the vintage shall fail. Yeah, all of the things that you've been living off of, you've been depending on, and all of that, as opposed to looking to a man to be your covering, looking to a man to be the leader of you, looking to a man to be the leader of the household, looking to a man to be involved in your children's lives, looking to you and a man to be able to do it together. Instead of you doing all those things, you was running on that I don't need no man time. And it's getting ready to get rough out. It's getting ready to get rough. Jacob's trouble is coming. I'm like never before. It's coming. It's coming. And you can see the Lord is tightening his grip, man. The Lord is tightening his grip right now as we speak. Jeremiah 31 and 21. Set thee up wayward marks, make thee high heat. Set thine heart toward the highway, even the way which thou wentest. Turn again, O Virgin of Israel. Turn again to these thy cities. Yeah, remember the old ways, man. Remember the old ways. Remember the ways of your fathers, man. Remember the fact that you're an Israelite. Get some understanding about what's going on in the scriptures, what happened and what's going to happen according to the scriptures. How long, 22, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. And again, going back to it, Esau, Edom, you know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom set up these laws, set up these, even with the whole, the black woman is the most educated and all that, which is a lie. But it's a lie that the black women believe wholeheartedly that they're the most educated, that you got degrees in liberal arts and all this kind of other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I know for a fact from being in the upper rooms in business that when the women started coming into the workplace, first it was the white woman. When the women started coming into the workplace, the government was giving tax breaks or tax incentives according to who was hired, right? The government was giving tax breaks to big business, so whether it's a hospital or a Harris Teeter or Walmart or whatever. They was giving tax breaks according to who they were hiring. So now if you hire a white woman, they was getting a tax break. If you hired a black woman, you was getting two tax breaks. If you hired a black woman, you was getting two tax breaks. You was getting a tax break because she was a woman, and you was getting a tax break because she was a minority. So you was getting two tax breaks. In the beginning, they was hiring a black man because they was getting the tax break off of him being a minority. When the women came back into the field, they came back and got really back out there working and all of that. Because back in the 50s and 60s, the woman was at home and the men mostly worked. That's how it was. Yeah, you had a few women, but that's how it was. The household was set up in order, a little bit more order in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, right? The unit, the black family unit, stuck together a little bit more. So now going back to it, when the government started giving out these tax incentives, so then now the companies was letting go of the black man and they was hiring the black woman in favor of the black man because they was getting two tax breaks for hiring a woman that was a minority. But then now the same thing that worked with the black woman, hiring a woman that's a minority, now they got all these other ethnicities over here, and now they doing the same thing to the black woman that they did to the black man. And so now the black woman is crying and she all up in arms and this and that, but you wasn't complaining when they did this to the black man. You wasn't doing complaining when they did this to him. You was applauding. You was laughing. Called what was it 2, 3, 4 years ago? You were brokey, dusty, broke, this, that, bum ass, deadbeat dads, and this and this and that. You not a good father just because you don't have a job at the time. Now it's on you now. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And so that's important because if you get to how it's supposed to be set up, it's supposed to be set up like this. First Corinthians chapter 11, 1 Corinthians 11:2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances. No, the laws is done away with. The things in the scriptures is only for those times. Christianity is a better version, a better interpretation, a better understanding of the Bible. First Corinthians 11:2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I would have you to know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, is anointed, and the head of the woman is the man. But the Lord we just read that the Lord created a new thing on the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not set up. It's not set up to last. It's not set up for longevity. It's not set up to last. That's not how it's supposed to be. The whole earth is out of order, man. First Corinthians chapter 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is anointed, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of anointed Hamashiach is the Most High. That's the order. Yahweh Shai, man, woman. Here in America, in Babylon, they done tricked the black woman into believing that she's superior than the black man. I have a young I have a young brother, and it surprises you now when a young black brother that got his stuff together, ain't got no kids or nothing like that. It's not even surprising no more. Back when I was younger, say 20, 19, 20, 20 something years old, you know what I'm saying? A young brother then he looking for a sister. But when you have a young brother say, yo man, yo, I don't even want to deal with the women nowadays. Talk to a chick, she got 2, 3 kids, 5. He said 5 kids, 25 years old, 5 kids with an attitude, acting like she doing me a favor, letting me deal with her. So when that same particular dude done tried to talk to a couple of different sisters, and he get that attitude, and he end up talking about, yeah, I'm talking to a white woman right now. I'm talking to a white chick. You can't. What can you say? You can't even say nothing. you used to have jokes back when I was younger. You had your little jokes. Nowadays, you can't because our women is out of order. Our women out of order. And they got no shame, and they don't see none of this shit wrong with the way they act. They don't see nothing wrong with the way they act. It's crazy. But back to it, the order of things. Let's get back to the order of things. I'm thinking about this one in Psalms. I think it's Psalm 75 or 78. Let me see. Oh, it was 70 something. Say the whole earth is out of whack. Let me see. Thought it was here. It come back to me. I just that scripture just popped into my head. I mean, it's a bunch here I could get. There's one in particular I was looking for. Thought it was in the 70s. Maybe not. I can't find it. But it says, how it goes, it says, dang, I can't even see it now. It might be in the 80s. Let me try 80, 82. I can't find it. It come to me, maybe I'd think about it. But let's keep getting it. Let's go to, man, I hate when I can't find it. Mm. I'm going to stop looking. Let's go back to it. Let's go. Let's get Second John. Let's get that. I don't know. 79. Fucking bugs, man. Annoying. There you go. There you go. Second John chapter 1. Yeah, to the elect lady. Second John chapter, he's still clicking. Second John chapter 2 and my bad about that, Salaki. Second John chapter 2 and 1. The elder, the elder unto the elect lady and her children, whom I love in the truth, and not I only, but also all they that have known the truth, for the truth's sake, which dwelleth in us and shall be with us forever. Grace be with you, mercy and peace from the Most High, the Father, and from the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, the Son of the Father, in truth and love. There, right there, you can see it's two separate individuals, entities, spirits, bodies, gods. They're separate. They're not joined together. That's another thing Christianity just cannot get. They just can't get past that one. That Trinity thing. 4. 2 John 1 and 4. I rejoice greatly that I found of thy children walking in the truth, as we have received the commandment from the Father. And now I beseech thee, lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto thee. And now I beseech thee, lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto thee, but that which we had heard, that which we had from the beginning. But that which we had from the beginning, that we love one another. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that ye, as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in. So you should walk in as ye heard from the beginning. But we also read a new thing is created in the earth, because the prophets were seeing things to come in the future. So the new thing that was going to be created in the earth was going to be, it's going to get to a point where the simpingtons, the simps of Israel, going to elevate with the leadership of the heathen nations round about, and the simps in our community within the Israelites is going to elevate the woman up so high to a thing where she can't even be talked to no more. Especially the so-called black woman. You can't even reason with her no more, man. It's a sister online posting scriptures, all types of shit. She a veteran and this and that, and she an older woman. And I'm like, you ain't gonna get her to stop. Yeshua, your show, whatever the hell two names she calling on. It's long, a bunch of U's, Yahuwah, Yeshua, whatever. And she posted scriptures, and she'll post you a book like this, man. And I'm like, yo, I just block people, man. I ain't got the time for it, man. Let me get some water. And that's again because this society was set up to ultimately trap you in the laws and the things that they set up. The sooner or later they gonna trap you in everything that they set up. It's a trap. And so the women fell for the trap. They fell for the whole, even going to college. You go to college and you borrow some money or whatever the case may be. For the people here, you borrowing money, the American citizens, you borrowing money, and you be paying back them student loans forever. The interest on the student loans is worse than the interest on buying a house. But then you got the people from the immigrant, them people from India and Pakistan and Africa and all that. They coming over here and they getting a free education. They not borrowing the money. And then don't even talk about the small hats, the Jews, the so-called Jews. They don't even pay interest on nothing they borrow from the banks, whether it's for a business, a house, whatever. They don't pay interest at all for nothing. But meanwhile, a so-called black woman that's the highest educated, she also got the highest borrowing the most money from the government with them student loans for a liberal arts degree, something that could be replaced by AI technology. Now, that's another thing. A lot of these jobs are being replaced by AI technology. So the Lord, the scriptures was set up a certain way, man. The laws of Israel was set up a certain way, and you were supposed to abide by these laws. But here in Babylon, Babylon said, yo, forget the laws. We got the Constitution. We got the equal rights. We got this movement, the feminist movement, or the Section 8, the head of earned income credit, or whatever. We got all these new laws and this and this and that supersede what the Bible is telling you. It's more important than you being in order with your man. Let's get Titus. Titus chapter 2 and 3. Titus chapter 2 and 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as become of holiness. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as become of holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands. No, we don't need no husband. Your husband gonna be a covering. A man gonna be a covering in them rough times. A man of the Lord, a man that's praying to the true name, praying in the true or to the true, in the true names of the Lord and his son. Not please, white boy Jesus, save me. When those rough times hit, he gonna be praying alone. He gonna be praying in order. He gonna be praying in the names of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai to watch over me, protect me, protect my family, look over my household. Titus 2 and 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. No, I ain't got to do all that, man. I don't have to do all that. We just read that these ordinances, keep these ordinances forever. That these things that were set up from the beginning is not a new thing. It's the way it's been forever. And that's how it's supposed to be. But again, in this society, everything come with different spirits on it. And I'm here to tell you, man, them bonnet outside in the public with a fucking bonnet on and all of that, in the airport and going to the bank to do your business with bonnet. Dumb shit, I'm telling you, that's a damn spirit on the chicks, man. I definitely believe now that them bonnets put a definitely kind of low vibrational spirit on a woman's, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. They got stink attitudes. They talking ratchet. They yo broing, yo bro, yo bro. Man, you watch some of these cop videos and interaction with people, man, especially the women. especially the women. It's tr- trash, man. Trash. Straight trash. Let's read this one again, man. Titus chapter 2 and 3. The aged women likewise that they be in behavior as become of holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober and to love their husbands, to love their children. No, what the women teaching now. I seen an older woman online yesterday talking about don't get married. You shouldn't get married. Marriage is a waste of time because y'all going into marriage with the wrong fucking idea, man. You wonder why they motherfucking took James Evans out of Good Times, man? They was happy. They was good. James was teaching his kids the right way and all of this and this and that. No, they wanted to push that, they wanted to push that single mother energy out there, man. Florida, a single mother, she went from having to work at home, this and that, even though they made James struggle like a motherfucker. James a hard-working, strong-looking man. He could never get no job. But they do that on purpose, man. But they was happy. That's the point. They was happy. They was good. They was in love. They was raising their kids to be respectful. They wasn't out there in no gangs and doing no crazy shit. Delma was trying to be talented and dance. JJ was hard. Michael was smart. That was too good, man. That was too good. Titus 2 and 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste keepers at home. They can't even dress discreet nowadays. The women can't even just dress discreet nowadays. Everybody outside, tight ass pants on, tight ass shorts on, coochie print all tight. You can see the lines of their panties and they stuff, and it don't matter. Little chick, fat, oversized chick, everybody outside with tight shit on. And you try to tell somebody not to wear some tight shit, or you tell, yo, you know what I'm saying, or going to the gym or whatever. They all in there with, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Matter of fact, let's get this one over here. What's that? 2 Timothy? 1 Timothy. It's in the scriptures. But again, you try to tell somebody something according to the scriptures, they gonna look at you like your head screw on backwards. Woman's adornment and behavior. 1 Timothy chapter 2. 1 Timothy 2 and 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves with modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Hey, you ain't no woman gonna be subject to no men nowadays. Are you kidding me? We equal. We equal, but we still want you to pay all. We don't want to pay no bills. We want you to pay all our bills. That's the new thing, 50-50. We don't want to live 50-50. Hard as it is out here in this society, harder it is to find a job, even with applying for an apartment. Not even a house. Let's move a house off the table. Just even an apartment. You go to apply for an apartment, they want you to have be making 3 times the amount that the rent is. Rent, say for a 1 bedroom apartment, even in North Carolina right now, is let's go 1,200. A 1 bedroom apartment in North Carolina, in Raleigh or Garner is $1,200 a month. So that means you got to make $3,600 a month. You ain't finding no jobs like that. But then now you get with a woman, she gonna tell you that she wants you to pay all of the rent. She wants you to pay her bills, and she wants you to buy her nails, buy her lashes, Pay for her babysitter on the first date. Don't take me to Cheesecake Factory. I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. I want to go to a fine dining joint. I want to go on trips and all of this stuff. The company's not paying like that no more. They not paying that no more. Don't make no sense. 1 Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence, nor to usurp authority over the man. We just read that in Jeremiah 31:22, that the Lord created a new thing in the earth. But then we also read that the ordinances of the scriptures is supposed to be the same way from day one. This is how you're supposed to be. This is what a young woman's supposed to be. This is what an aged woman's supposed to do. This is what she's supposed to be teaching a younger woman. But this is not what's going on right now. Isaiah, right? Yeah, that Isaiah. I thought it was one. It's three. Let's start at 11. Isaiah chapter 3 and 11. Woe, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with them, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and children and women rule over them. Isaiah chapter 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Yeah, man, because that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's not the path that we supposed to be on. What's that in Jeremiah? Whole lot. What's that in Jeremiah? Lord, this one. Jeremiah 6. Jeremiah chapter 6 and 13. Jeremiah 6 and 13. For from the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness. Going back to what I was saying, they dangled the carrot, the earned income credit, which automatically said that you don't need a man to be head of household. The government, the government is going to make you the head of household because the government is going to give you a tax break, just like they did with the companies. The government came out with earned EIC, earned income credit. So now with the earned income credit, the women was being given money, an extra tax credit. Long as they was the head of the household, they didn't have the man. Long as they was filing the children, they even put a division in, say where okay, you and your you got 3 children. Even then, the mother didn't even want to let the father claim one of the children. She gonna take all 3 of the children so she could get a bigger check. Jeremiah 6 and 13. For from the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness, and from the prophet unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, Peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush? Therefore they shall fall among them that fall at the time that I visit them. They shall be cast down, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, this is the point. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Ask for the old paths. No, the new things. The new things where women are equal to men. It's 50-50. They equal to men, but then they expect men to finance their lifestyle, support the lifestyle that they want to live according to what they see on TikTok and Instagram. They're equal, but they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay 50-50. They want you to pay all the bills while they save up their money. They're equal until they need your help, or to, I seen a video where a chick said she was getting harassed in England somewhere, something like that, and the men, the men saw that she was getting harassed, but then they never came to her and defended her.
Preach, brother.
All right, brother. And they said that the men never came to her defense. So then the commentator said, what? All men supposed to just jump out there and defend any woman, even though they don't know her, put their life in jeopardy? I seen a dude get killed for trying to defend a chick. I remember getting involved with a family member that they was arguing, her and her boyfriend or whatever, her man at the time. He was a piece of shit though. But I get in the middle of that and get into an argument with this dude, and they right back dating again. They right back dating. I remember as a young dude, a dude was whooping this girl ass. I mean, he had her on a bent over the front of the car, and he just going at her like, hitting on her. And another nigga came up out of nowhere, yo, break it up, get off her, this and this and that. And then the chick and the dude turned it down. He was whooping her ass. Then him and his girl turned around and jumped on that dude. I was like, damn. Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the old ways, and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. This is what going back to it. The laws were set up for a certain reason, man. The laws were set up for a certain reason, because then you'll have good. Where is it at? What's that, Joshua? Matter of fact, we get Deuteronomy right here. Deuteronomy 4. Yeah, Deuteronomy 4:1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord power of your fathers giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word, ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your power which I command you. You shall not diminish from it, don't take nothing away from it, and don't add nothing on to it. But this is what you're supposed to do. Now let's get that Joshua. I think it's Joshua 1:8, right? Yeah, Joshua chapter 1 and 8. Let's go 7. 6. Be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law. We was reading the way things supposed to be set up, right? Right? Look for the old paths, right? Don't take none away. Don't add nothing to what? The old ways, the laws, the customs. That thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses, my servant, commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. That thou mayest do according to all that was written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. No, we gonna do according to what the laws of this land telling me I could do. I kicked a man out the house, even with Section 8. You will have chicks that's married on Section 8, but going down there lying. Because you don't supposed to have no man in the house with Section 8. Because the government is your man. So the government is paying you to stay single. Even though we know they not single, but the government on paper is paying you to be single. Well, if you were single and Trump's stopping that, it's going to be a 2-year limit, which is good in my view. I never had no Section 8 paying my rent. I never had that, man. I never had I never Section 8. I wish I would have had. I could have had Section 8 paying my rent. But Section 8 is designed for all of them helps is designed for the woman. Designed for the woman. Even a little simple shit like WIC, women, infants, and children. Even WIC, women, infants, and children. They ain't even giving you no money. You get you a little WIC voucher or whatever, and you go in there, you can get you some cereal, some peanut butter, some cheese, some eggs, some juice. A man can't even go down there and get that. Women, infants, and children, WIC. That's it. This place was designed to help the black woman not need the black man. And that shit is coming back on them right now. And the other thing is the jobless situation in our community is only going to get higher. Because a lot of those tech jobs and a lot of those work from home jobs and a lot of those type of computer jobs and this and that don't require no manual labor and all of that stuff and this and that. The Indians is getting that. They outside. Even I seen the check-in at a hotel in Miami. A nice hotel, a check-in at a nice hotel in Miami. Normally that's a woman's job. That's a job that a woman have. You come in there, she got her hair in a nice little bun or whatever, looking nice, little jacket on, colored jacket on or whatever. No, to check in at this hotel, you go to a little computer screen, and it's a dude in India talking to you. A lot of these jobs gonna disappear. A lot of these jobs gonna disappear. All online, you see them complaining about all the Indians over here now taking the job. That's all you see online. Because you trust in this society. You put the trust in being able to depend on this government. And Trump in here like, nope, we ain't gonna depend on this no more. We cutting this shit. We cutting out the jobs. We laying people off. We cutting the food stamps. We cutting the Section 8. We cutting you, kicking you off Medicaid. You gotta pay for your school lunch when you sending the chick kids to school. Or the free lunch, the free school lunch at some schools ain't nothing. Let's get back to it. Let's go back to what was on. I held something. I held something. Oh yeah. Back to the Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them, which ain't supposed to be the way. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. Yeah, so you go back to the people that should be leading this, a book of Judges. So they like to say, oh, judge, least thee be not judge. It's a book called the Judges. The men of the law was judges. Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions. That's pretty much judging, because you going, yo, according to the scriptures, you going off right now. But the point is, the leaders of Israel, the so-called priests, these dudes is bums. These dudes is bums. They catering to the women. They catering what they do in the church to women. They catering to that single, that feminist single spirit of the woman. Because why? Because it goes back down to money, chasing money. Just like the companies chase money to help the black woman out and kick the black man to the curb, the black woman, in her mind, I'm getting more benefits by kicking the black man to the curb. And the church, the same thing, by teaching, by having this 501c3 charter and being able to keep my tax exempt. I have to teach certain things. I have to push certain things that this government want me to push. And part of that is this vibration that the woman is above the man. 13, Isaiah 3 and 13. The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people. The Lord will enter judgment with the ancients of his people, the men of the prophets. In times past, I spoke, where's that in Hebrews? Hebrews 1 and 1. The Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets. Huh? That's how the Lord speak. The Lord gonna speak to his men. So going back to the talk about that judgment and warning the people, hey, I come with judgment. Judging according to the scriptures. Yo, you doing this wrong. That's not what the scriptures say. Oh, you judging me? No, I ain't judging you. I'm just telling you with the scripture that you're wrong. The Lord, Isaiah 3 and 14, the Lord will enter into judgment with the ancient of his people and the princes thereof, for ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord power of hosts? Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Yeah. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and the cords in their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the leg. That's why I say believe that it's an energy or a certain spirit that come with them bonnets, man. Chicks put them bonnets on, man, and it's like you ever see the chicks in an airport fighting and all of that shit. It's usually a chick with a bonnet on. It's usually a chick with a bonnet on. Chick in the bank scamming and this and that. She got a bonnet on. chick getting into a fight with police, you know, nine times out of ten, she got a bonnet on, man. She got a bonnet on. Them bonnets come with spirits, man. I'm here to tell you, man. It's like I'm telling you, it's like you get slower. Like you get slower. Just like a nigga out here with his pants pulled down. You see a nigga with his pants pulled down where his drawers showing and he walking like that. He got a certain energy about him, man. He got a certain energy about him. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings, the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, the mantles and the wimples of the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. Sooner or later, all this shit, the Lord gonna take this away. The Lord gonna take this away, man. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be a stink. Yeah, you did the funk of the women, the musty arms, the funky cat. It's all the curse, man. Because why? Because our women out of order, man. Our women out of order. They out of order. They behavior and all of that. You got your sexy red. They talk about she tangy. She out here running around, gonorrhea and this chlamydia and all of this shit, and my booty hole brown, my all this crazy shit. These niggas is a mess, man. These niggas is a mess. Let's get back to though trusting in Egypt. Let's get back to trusting in Egypt. Let's get second. 16. Yeah, it's said supposed to maybe rain at like 3 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, we good. Let's keep getting it. Second Esdras 16 and 1. Back to Egypt. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So going back to what we was reading, trusting in trusting in Egypt, Egypt is going to fail. Egypt is going to fail. So and as the plagues start to hit, and the plagues hit this place and all of that, if you counting on Egypt, who you think they going hurt first? Okay, this deficit and all this, we got to get this budget under control and this. All that free money that they was giving away to you to support you and to help you out, they going to start taking that back. Meanwhile, the congressmen and the senators, they still eating good. They still living good. They all right. But the people that put their trust in them, that put their faith in them, even MAGA. MAGA is hurting behind the laws and the rules that the shit Trump doing. They don't like all of this shit that he doing right now. Isaiah 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So yeah, as the Lord tighten his grip and squeeze this place more, this place is going to turn around and then squeeze the people. That's what's going to happen. They understand that their time is coming to an end. So they're going to tighten their belt. And as they tighten their belt, they're going to hurt you. They gonna hurt you. They gonna hurt the people that they was giving the free money to. I'm not lying, man. It's the 16th of the month, right? It's the 16th of the month. Just about every other day. Already this month, the 16th of the month, already this month, I might have got 10 letters in the mail. Talk about borrow some money. Know why? Because they live off interest. America lives off interest. These companies live off interest. The car people that's leasing these cars to you, selling these cars to you, live off interest. The housing market, the banks, they lending you money, they live off interest. These companies that want you to borrow money, they live off interest. These credit card companies, they live off interest. All of these people live off interest, man. That's what America is kept afloat on. It's being kept afloat on us. Even when you're born, you're given a social security number, which is equivalent to a barcode that you get on a package where you know how much you worth. What are you talking about? You get that social security number, so now you're a product of the United States of America, which means that you accrued a debt at birth. So you owe X amount as a citizen of the United States going towards this big debt that we have. Everybody is over $100,000 now. Everybody owe their portion of the debt for America is over $100-something thousand. 62. Let's go down to yeah. Second Ezra 16 and 62. Yea, the spirit of the almighty power which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your intentions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sins. Therefore, hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. Huh? The Lord gonna search out sooner or later. All of that stuff that you was doing, you was getting away with, and all of that shit, it's gonna be dragged out into the forefront. And if it ain't in line with the scriptures and what you should be doing or how you should be doing according to the scriptures, if you're not calling on the true names of the Lord, sooner or later it's gonna catch you. It's gonna snap you. And that's what you see. Malcolm X said the chickens coming home to roost. Right now, the chickens are coming home to roost. And a lot of us men, even men that's not in the truth. So you'll talk about the Israelite men. No, even the men that's not in the truth is going. That's what y'all get. Y'all trusted in that Section 8. Y'all trusted in the food stamp department. Even the child support system is being exposed. I know Elder Malcolm always would talk about how it's illegal in Title 4D or whatever it is. They even exposing that. You got judges on ex-judges or judges on Instagram exposing the hypocrisy and the fucked up laws that go with child support. Now, in some cases, yeah, some of you niggas is pieces of crap. Don't try to do when you eat, even when you do got something. But the for in a case like me, and child, I know I done gave up over 100,000 in child support, man. On top of the medical coverage and this and this and this and this and that, and then I look back at the relationship. You know, you figure, okay, I'm doing this. They tell you all the time, we ain't got nothing to do. Us, the money part don't have nothing to do with your visitation rights or you seeing your child or this or that or whatever the case may be, Mr. Holloway. Me, all we hear about is the money. So you look at all of the money you done did and dealing with bitter, stupid ass baby mamas, man. I got a daughter, 40 years old, almost 40 years old, right? And it's a situation where she could get some money to go to school, but she need me to pretty much sign some paperwork for her, right? And this go back to bitter baby mama and shit, and the out of controlness of the women and teaching the women to love their fathers and all of this shit, teaching the children to love their fathers. So all she gotta, I told her, all you gotta do. We ain't talked in since 2019. I gave her $500, right? So I tell her I'll sign the paperwork for you, but you gotta all you gotta do is call me, and call me and ask me nicely. She said no. So you gonna miss out on possibly $50,000 to go back to college just cause you don't want to call me and say, hey, what's going on, dad? Whoopty woo woo woo. Talk like you got some fucking sense in your head. And so I'm like, fuck it then. You don't care, you don't want to do it. Hey, I don't care neither. We'll continue not talking. Fuck it, it is what it is. But that go back to the curses. Go back to the curses. It's a rock. The Lord seeing everything. The Lord seeing all this. So then when you see her struggling and this and this and that and whatever, even her, she's struggling and whoop-de whoop 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 whoop. Look how you are, nigga. You expect good energy? You got fathers out here that don't never do nothing for their children. Ain't try to do nothing for their children. Get more love from their daughters than I get from my daughter. Ciroc, 23 and let's go 14, point at 19. Ciroc, 23 and 14. Remember thy father and thy mother when thou sittest among great men. Be not forgetful before them, and so thou by thy custom become a fool, and wish that thou hadst not been born, and curse the day of thy nativity. The man that is accustomed to laborious words will never be reformed all the days of his life. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. The fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire. All bread is sweet. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die. Man, you had the gang. Yo, I hate gangs. I fucking hate them. I hate you blood and you crip niggas. You blood and you crip niggas. Man, Trump need to send the fucking feds, just like he did in D.C. He need to send the feds out there to L.A. and throw all you bloods and crip niggas in jail. You had some bloods or Crip, whatever, whichever ones it was, it don't fucking matter. You had a set of these niggas out there taking 14-year-old girls that out of group homes and homeless and forcing them into prostitution, right? Out there, I think it was Figueroa, and you go all the way back to Ice Cube. When Ice Cube was doing his America KKK or death certificate, whichever one it was, all the way back in the 90s. When he did that, he was talking about the prostitution on Figueroa. So now you in 2025, they finally clean up this place because it went from women to little girls. Little girls that the gang members got out there. So they come through, hit them with a Rico, and throw all these fucking bums in jail, right? And so you got these guys out there, instead of saying, they need to be in jail, they worried about who snitched on the homies. They out there pimping little 14-year-old little girls, and these clowns going, who snitched on the homies? Fuck them homies. You gang niggas all need to be in jail. Y'all are a parasite to the community. You gotta check in when you go to LA. You ain't making no Justin Bieber ain't checking in. None of these other artists ain't checking in. But a black artist come out there or a black entertainer come out there, they gotta find you gang niggas and check in. Niggas a mess, man. A fucking plague, man. Ecclesiasticus 23:18. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret part. Yeah, man. Sooner or later, all of the shit that you doing, the Lord see that. The Lord see the things that you doing. He know everything that you doing, and sooner or later you gonna pay for it, man. Sooner or later you gonna pay for it. Proverbs. How you doing? How y'all doing? All right. And you? I'm doing excellent. Thank you. Proverbs. Proverbs 15 and 13. Okay, it was positive. Take that. Israelites, man. Israelites. Israelites that you can tell Israelites when they got the right spirit on them. Israelites, man. Israelites. You can tell an Israelite. You can tell an Israelite, man. It's a wonderful thing when our people act right. Proverbs 15 and 2. The tongue of a wise useth knowledge of right, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Yeah, you're not going to get away with that shit but so long, man. Sooner or later, the judgment is going to come for you. Unless you try your best to do the best you can according to the scriptures. If you're not doing that, man, sooner or later you're going to get jammed up, man. You're going to get jammed up. And that's what you see now. A lot of people are getting jammed up. Even the gangbangers, man. That's 2 RICO charges against gangs out there this year, man. 2 RICO charges against them this year, man. A lot of RICO charges. A lot of RICO charges, man. Rappers doing murder and hits and this and this and that. A lot of RICO charges is going off, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy to see it, man. Let's go back to it, the group. About trusting in this place. This place on a time limit. Baruch chapter 4, 4 and 15. Baruch 4 and 15. Let's go 12. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children left desolate, because they departed from the law of the Most High. Yeah, they knew not the statutes, but hey, man, you got his men of the law telling you what's going on with the scriptures, telling you that it's more than 10 commandments. Hey, you got to do your best, man. You got to do your best. Oh, it's impossible. You do your best, man. Do your best. Rehearse the righteous acts, man. They knew not the statutes. Baruch 4 and 13. They knew not the statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor tried in the path of discipline, nor tried in the path of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them. For he hath brought a nation upon them from afar, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child. Now you could get that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. The same thing pretty much. These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without children, without daughters. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Right? We were saying you will be sold into the hands of your enemies. Right? Go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put off the clothing of peace, and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. No, I'm a trust in the Lord. I'm a trust in Egypt. I'm a trust in the laws that's going on here. I'm a trust in Egypt giving me Section 8. I'm a trust in Egypt paying me for every child that I have until I stop popping out babies. I'm a trust in the earned income credit. I'm a trust that they gonna pay my rent. That's what I'm a trust in. I'm not gonna trust in the Lord. I'm not gonna be thinking about trying to find me a true man of the Lord that understands the scriptures, because I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent black woman. I have put off the clothing, Baruch 4:20. I have put off the clothing of peace, and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord. No, cry unto Esau. Cry unto the government. Cry unto Donald Trump. Cry unto the Democratic Party, because we need to get the orange man out of office. That's who I'm going to cry unto. That's who I'm going to look to fix my predicament. That's who I'm going to look to save me. That's who I'm going to look to give me comfort. I'm going to look to the government. I'm going to look to the political system, which they all crooked. They all controlled by the small hats. And FYI, white people get more food stamps and public assistance than black people. That's a fact. You look it up. White people get more public assistance, but they don't care about facts. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power of the hand of your enemies. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and the joy is come unto me from the Holy One because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting Savior. Yeah, you think about it, you go, so yo, what's wrong with them giving money to the gangs? Okay, they giving money to the gangs. Is the gangs gonna buy with them $42 million that the gangs is getting? Is the gangs gonna buy a supermarket and put it in the hood? Is the gangs gonna buy some land and build a project and make it safe and say, yo, we not gonna do no drugs and this and that in the community? No. The gangs is gonna get the money, and what the gangs gonna do? The gangs is gonna buy drugs, cars, guns, and put the money back on the streets. That's what the gangs gonna do with it. The gangs ain't gonna do nothing better for the community, as opposed to them finding some non-profit organizations that don't got nothing to do with the gangs and say, yo, hey, we gonna do this to build some, give it back, or scholarships. Take the $42 million and make $20,000 scholarships every year out the $42 million, and do a raffle or lottery or something like that or whatever, and give the $20,000 to kids from America, not no immigrants, not no fucking Indians, not no motherfuckers here legally in America, so they don't have to borrow no fucking money. Get them that 42 million. No, they ain't gonna do that. They gonna give it to the gangs that had the gangs put pressure on y'all in the streets. Oh, I thought that, I seen that gray shit coming towards me. I'm like, is that a rabbit? A raccoon? That's a fucking bag. That shit was rolling up on me, boy. I seen it rolling up on me right there. I'm like, what the hell is that? But yeah, this is government, the leadership that we got right now. This is the leadership that we got. Where I was going. Okay, let's keep going. Right? Baruch 3:23. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. And so, like I said, man, sooner or later, man, this place is going to be destroyed. So if you putting your hope in this place, and this is this is where you putting all your eggs in this basket, the basket that either Donald Trump gonna get you right, or after we get Donald Trump out, the next Democratic president that get elected, they gonna get us back right. If you depending on this place to get you back right, you in for a rude awakening. You went for a rude awakening. And newsflash, when Clinton came in, Clinton did some of the same shit with welfare reform and all that Donald Trump did. When Clinton came in, Clinton changed a lot of rules for welfare too. He sent a lot of people back to work. Clinton did. The wheat workers. I remember the wheat workers. Baruch 4:25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. Cry unto the Lord. No, I'm going to cry unto the politician. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So yeah, you was going astray. You was going after the the um the laws and the regulations and the benefits of this place. And as they fail you, what are you going to turn to? Who are you going to turn to? Who are you going to call on in your time of trouble? I'm here to tell you, calling on white boy Jesus ain't gonna do it, man. It's not gonna do the trick. We getting close to the end, man. We getting very close to the end. You can see it. We getting very close to the end, man. This place about to pop. And then the other shit is, America done let in part of the people that want to destroy it, man. Seen the Indian dude, Indian truck driver. He on the interstate, 70 miles an hour. Most people doing 5 to 10 miles over. He on the interstate, right? He on the interstate in Florida, and you know the little in between the lanes going, the 2 lanes going this way, or the 3 lanes going this way, and the 3 lanes going that way, right? You had that little spot right there where it say no U-turn, only for police vehicles, where the police vehicles is usually sitting right there or whatever in the middle. He in the 18 wheeler, and he in the far lane. He in the 18 wheeler, and this nigga on the highway try to do a U-turn right there in that spot that's only for the police. And so when he tried to do that U-turn, a family of 3, I think it was, either 3 or 4, a family of 3 or 4, as he turning, they came and ran right up under the side of the fucking 18 wheeler and pretty much took the roof, pretty much decapitated the family, the whole family died, right? And so when he get out the truck, he not like upset, he not crying, he not upset. He just walking like this with like, he don't give a fuck. Ain't a tear, he destroyed, he not shaking, he not upset. He don't even care. One of them Indians with the sheep niggas with the rag on his head, he don't care. And then somebody was saying, yo, it's a lot of these accidents where the Indians is out here driving trucks, killing American citizens. Because they don't care. And the companies will hide them because they come from over there where they here probably on a work visa that one of their family members came in and they lying about their credentials to get these jobs. This is what's going on in America. Baruch 4:29, for he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. So yeah, this place is going to fall sooner or later. The scriptures say all over that this place is going to come down. And if you put your hope in this place, as the Lord said he going to tear this place down, we read it, that if you with this place, you're going to be caught up with this place. Where's it going? Let's go. Ezekiel 29, 2, 3, 6, and 7. Let's do it. This place set up to fall, man. And you can see it. You can see it. You can see it. You can see it. Plain as day. And you sit back, and it's not like you don't care. It ain't like you sitting back going, you don't care. You just know it's to be expected. It's to be expected. trusting in Egypt, right? Let's go. Ezekiel chapter 29 and 2. Son of man, set thy face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So why would the Lord be saying set your face against Egypt if Moses already brought Israel out of Egypt? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Son of man, set thy face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy, ask him, and against all Egypt speak, and say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon that lieth in the midst of the rivers, which have said, my river is mine, mine own, and I have made it for myself. But I will put hooks in thy jaws, and I will cause the fish of thy rivers to stick unto thy scales, and I will bring thee up out the midst of thy rivers, and all the fish of thy rivers shall stick to the scale. 6. And all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel. When they took hold of thee by thy hand, thou didst break and rend all their shoulder. And when they leaned upon thee, right? When they leaned upon thee, we read that in Isaiah the 31st chapter, leaning upon Israel, right? I mean, leaning upon Egypt, right? When they took hold of thee by thy hand, thou didst break and rend all their shoulder. And when they leaned upon thee, thou breakest and madest all their loins to be at a stand. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will bring a sword upon thee, and cut off man and beast out of thee, and the land of Egypt shall be desolate and waste, and they shall know that I am the Lord, because he hath said, the river is mine, and I have made it. Jeremiah 16 and 6. No, not 16 and 6. Jeremiah 16 and 14, I think it is. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers, the land of the north, right? The Lord coming to deliver. The Lord is coming to deliver us out of this place, man. So this place is going to go down sooner or later, man. Zechariah 2 and 6. Zechariah 2 and 6. Ho, 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 come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heavens, saith the Lord. So yeah, sooner or later, the Lord is coming to this place to destroy this place and deliver Israel out of this place. So if you caught up in this place, You putting your hope in this place, sooner or later, you gonna go down with it, man. Sooner or later, you gonna go down with it. Where's that at now? Get these last three, then we shut it down. Shalom, shalom. Second edge is 15 and 10, I think it is. 10. Second edge is 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And smite Egypt with plagues as before. So yeah, we didn't go back into Egypt again. We went back over here. We over here. We went back into Egypt, spiritually Egypt. That's synonymous with bondage. So if you put in your hope in Egypt, this place is going to be hit with plagues, man. It's going to be hit with plagues. Second edge is 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Yeah, I ain't gonna read no more. Let's get that. Back to Isaiah 31. Let's get back there. Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against of the help of them that work iniquity. And so you think about it, the gang members, the independent woman, the feminist mind, frame of mind, the I don't need no man, that frame of mind or whatever. It was a plan. It was a plan to go against the men of Israel. At the end of the day, the house of Judah. Now, Isaiah 31 and 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is upholding shall fall down, and they shall fail together. And he that is upholding, he that's hoping upon the things, the benefits, the systems, the programs, the money that Egypt gonna provide for them, to keep saying fuck what the scriptures say. I'ma keep doing it this way. So yeah, are you happy? Are you happy here still? So yeah, so with that one, man, I'ma close out. I'ma say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Madash. Salute to the men out there teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times, to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom to come. To the remnant, men, women, children, and myself, remain spiritual out there. Remain spiritual, man. Remain spiritual. Shalom, Israel.